Hey everyone, it's been a while, huh? Today I'm gonna show a game I just played as the Japanese against the Ayyubids, and the opponent is Platinum 2, so that's one rank higher than I am. I'm usually Platinum 1, Gold 3, and the Ayyubids have already destroyed me quite a few times, so I wasn't very confident in that game. Let's speed up a bit. So they aged up super fast. Maybe they went for the culture wing, which lets you advance with less resources and faster. Let's see what they did. Yep, that's what they did. So they finished around the time when I started building my landmark. So that's pretty amazing. And then I don't really know the Ayyubids, so I thought they might be hiring mercenaries, but that's not possible because that would be the trade wing, which would be later. Anyway, I'm still learning the civilization, but my scout saw this unit. Maybe not this one, but I saw another one coming out, and I saw the archery range. So they're attacking me. I lose one villager, that's kind of sloppy. Then I'm busy controlling my scout, so this villager nearly dies also. And now they have two of them. So the counter to these camels is archers. And I had a bunch of woods, so I made two archery ranges. And I'm planning to pump out archers. And I don't feel too uncomfortable because even though I can't farm, I can't get gold, I still have berries here, I have the hunt, and I have plenty of wood. And that's all I need to make archers. So they're making archers as well as camels. I don't know why they're making archers. Maybe they thought that I would counter the camels with spearmen, but I wouldn't do that because these camels can switch to using a ranged bow, which gives them a bonus against spearmen. Or maybe they simply needed two archers to build the ram. Anyway, at this point I have a nice army, and I'm planning to reclaim my gold. So my scout sees the ram, and I wasn't sure if I would beat them, but it looks like I do. These Japanese archers are twice as cheap as regular archers, but they're also twice as weak. So yeah, I don't know how to evaluate their strength yet. And I have my villagers, so they can burn this ram. And so that's 250 resources that they wasted. Looks like they're retreating. So at this point, I half suspected that they would make cavalry to counter my archers, but Aussie Drongo says you should counter what you see and not what you expect. So I was like, okay, let's wait a little bit and see what they make. But also I wanted to push to see if I could do damage because I saw these villagers earlier. So at this point, I feel pretty good about that fight, and I'm bringing my army to try and raid. But as you can see, my scout sees the cavalry. So at this point, I'm like, okay, they might have more, in which case my archers will get destroyed. To be honest, I don't know who would win. 17 Yumi archers or this army. So the two horsemen counter my archers, but everything else my archers can deal with. Hard to say. So at this point I see the cavalry, so I make spearmen. And I'm just deathly afraid that they will bring a bunch of horsemen right away. But it looks like they actually do not have the resources to do so. And had I scouted better, I could have seen this. But I only had one scout and they died. And it took me a while to make another stables to produce cavalry, to produce a second scout. So they're scouting. And at this point, my goal is to gather enough resources for a second town center. I have gathered enough stone, and now I need to gather the wood. So a lot of my villagers are on the wood. And the others are working on food. And some gold for upgrades. You can see I'm getting my upgrades. But at this point, without my scout, I'm really blind. I have no idea what they're doing. If they're making more military. I should have scouted. I should have made the stables faster. But then I really wanted to rush my town center, and for that I need all the wood that I can spare. I wonder if it's worth it to produce the scout from the town center. It means I would have fewer villagers than them on the long run, but vision can help me make much better decisions. For example, if I had a scout and I found this, I could have recouped my investment in the scout. So what are they doing? Oh, they're making upgrades. And I have my second town center. So what they say is if you invest in your economy, you shouldn't push, because since you spent a lot on economy, you don't have enough army. You spent too much on the town center. So if they did not make a town center, they're actually ahead in resources, and so they may have spent on army. So it looks like they saw my second town center and they're preparing to push. Where's my scout? I still don't have a scout because the stables is here. See, it's quite late, but I'm spending all my resources. And what else am I doing? I'm researching economic upgrades, and I'm gonna speed it up now. Oh, that's right, they went Castle Age. And I thought I should raid with my army, because compared to a town center, Castle Age costs a lot more. So now they are the ones who spent more on economy or this technology. And so I want to attack before they have the time to research their Age 3 upgrades. I'm making a scout. I still don't have a scout. Only now am I getting a scout. So I had no idea that this was coming. At this point, I sent the army here because I remembered that they were here last time I saw them. So I wanted to attack where they might not be ready. And my base has no military. There is nothing guarding the base except 2 town centers. And this one is not even upgraded with a daimyo manor. So this would have helped me survive, slow down the attack, maybe. My army is going there, and I'm even rallying my barracks over here. So everyone who comes out and goes all the way here. And only now do I see the rams. And I didn't see the army, so I sent my villagers to burn down the rams, but now I can't. And at the same time, I'm arriving in their base. So with 3 rams and 2 fire mangonels, Manjanik, this town center goes down really, really fast. And I couldn't see anyone on the wood line. And I found these villagers. So I'm trying to spend all my resources on army that will guard this space. But it's gonna take a while to be able to contest to fight that army. On the plus side, I've killed a bunch of villagers. Well, only 4 actually. 4 villagers. I thought I had more than that. And I know that the other villagers are on this wood line. And I caught a few on the way back. So I've killed 10 villagers, and these ones, they're not even moving. So that's more free pickings. So I've killed 15 and they've killed 3. And their army is still destroying my base. But I know I need army, and I have a bunch of resources actually. Look at all the food that I have in the gold. So I want to spend all of this on army as fast as possible. And now that I've killed mostly a lot of the villagers, 27, I feel like I can use this remaining army to defend my base. And I'm getting distracted too, so wow, look at that. The Manjanik nearly killed all of these villagers. Ah, yeah, it's painful. And yeah, but they're not. It's kind of scary, but they don't actually do that much damage. See, my villagers are only now dying. And okay, let me slow this down because it's getting critical. Basically, this landmark and this landmark, if they die, I lose the game because I'm still in feudal age. I only have 2 landmarks, and you have these Manjanik wreaking havoc. Luckily, my horsemen are just enough to get rid of them, and then these camels, they won't last long against the archers and the town center fire. And now my army is coming. But the thing is, these 2 rams, they still do a lot of damage. So I wasn't sure if these villagers would be able to repair it in time, while these ones would deal with the ram. And luckily, it was enough. So with only 1 ram left and a bunch of my villagers repairing it, it was enough. And now I'm out of wood. So, okay, the damage was much more than I thought. Like, okay, I killed 27, but they killed 17. On the plus side, I had 2 town centers for a while. So now I have actually nearly double the amount of villagers. And I decide that I should attack. So their villagers are back. The ones that were hunting here are back to the base and they're farming. And I'm bringing everyone. And the wood I need for repairing the town center, and also for repairing this one, and for making rams. So I need a lot of wood. I don't even have enough food to make villagers. So I'm not producing. Okay, I have 2 villagers queued up and everyone else is on wood. Look at that, 38 villagers on wood, and that's only enough to make a few rams. And I thought I could use my cavalry to come and raid the wood again, but they had already prepared camels. Camels counter cavalry, so I couldn't do anything. So at this point I'm preparing the big push. Everyone is collecting wood to produce the rams. You can see I'm so low in resources, and the enemy, they actually have a lot of food left. They should be producing, yeah, they're producing some units, but they're not using their stables. They really should. They could have made horsemen. Yeah, they're floating resources. And now I'm repairing my second landmark. Trying to raid again. And again the camels destroy my cavalry, but now I'm ready for the push. So I start pushing. The camels can't do anything against the spearmen and And they have this siege engine, the Manjani. Earlier we saw it in action. It sends like fire. Oh, this is not fire. Oh, they can change. Wait, switch to incendiary ammunition. Deals damage in an increased area. Oh, that's why. So it deals increased. It deals damage in an increased area, but then the damage is less. And they only had one, and I have enough infantry to kill it. And now it's looking pretty good. They still have resources to try something, but they decided that they couldn't win. And that's it. But yeah, those close games are quite thrilling because you don't know what's gonna happen. I could have died to that first push.